Alright guys, welcome back to more Trackmania. We're on September 29 today with Temple of the Unknown by Doika? Doisa? Let's see what we can do, shall we? Okay, it looks very, very windy. Need to finish lines this. Okay. It's a bit of a nasty corner. And over. Yep. Okay. Over again. Going left. And over again. Right. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we're only like 2 seconds off of the gold medal there. Which is not bad for a pilot run. Okay, up and over. It's one of those tracks you don't really remember, though. there's so many corners. There's so many similar corners as well that I'm just like, right, we'll work out when we come to it which way we're actually going. Okay. Easy gold there. Take some opponents, shall we? That's such a trick corner. You feel like you should be able to do it full throttle, but you really can't for whatever reason. You just don't stick. Transferred too early. Why? Why is it I can set a decent time and then I just forget how to drive? Balls. I was like a second ahead as well. That was a decent time. 50.8. Saved a second and a half then. Right, I'm gonna look up what the offered medal is today. The offer today is 49.1, so we need to drop nearly 2 seconds still. Any more ghosts we can use? It's probably not a good thing that my ghost is ahead then, is it? Well, we have caught right up. It's the smallest of margins, but it is an improvement. I don't know why, but I had to slow down so much to actually turn around that corner then. Balls. Okay, just don't turn for the corner, I guess. That's probably a good idea. Balls.
Thanks for the love.
Hey Joe, welcome back. Thanks for the sub. What's that now? 37 months. Crazy. Thank you very much for the support. Very much appreciated. Use your one emote sparingly. How you doing anyway? You alright? Yeah. Oh, we lost a lot of time there. Yeah. Doing alright. Doing alright. Still not breaking the 50-second thing. 50-second barrier. Sub 50 seconds, I guess. Oh, just couldn't turn. He had an ad, pre-roll ad. It's good though, isn't it? Because, you know, I get nothing from pre-roll ads. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what used to be the case. If I run ads, I get something from it. I hate that. We're in front of all the ghosts there. Yeah, pre-roll ads, I'm pretty sure, don't actually benefit me, even though they say they directly support me. They might have changed that though. Yeah, it never used to. Like, it says it supports you, but it never used to actually support you. Slow through there. The problem is, how do you go faster than flat out? You know? Still so slow. We still need like 1.3 seconds. I mean, the greatest way of supporting me is the subscription in the first place. I mean, well, technically, donation is probably the best thing. Because I get slightly more of a cut. Then probably subs. Then I think bits. Then ads, because I get I get like 1p every 10 ads. It's a lot better than YouTube's ads ever were. But well, ads work at the rate that it expects you to be showing the ad to like 1,000 people. At which point you'd earn like £1. Still need to drop a second. I'm gonna keep going, but I don't know where I'm gonna find the extra bit of speed from. Like, I'm not taking the corners absolutely perfectly. Graze the wall. I don't think there's a cut on this map. I'm not sure. It's something to do with that bit there. Because it changes gear, and by changing gear, I lose... Well, I theoretically lose speed. You're spending less time actually moving forwards. I'm sort of catching myself though, which is very odd. I mean, I'm not gonna beat myself now. But if you watch when we get round to just round this corner, everyone zooms past me there. And it's when my car changes gear. I don't really know what to do about that. Well, I think we just need to be riding straight when it happens. How did my ghost make up so much time? I'm not exactly going slow. That's wide. It's too technical. But if you watch the where the brake lights are, you can see we start in 1, then 2, then 3, and that's the car changing gear. Sometimes you wish you could change it manually. I don't think there's an option to do that. But to a degree, they're kind of like car gears, but at a point they're also not as well, because sometimes you'd want to hold a gear to just stay in it for longer and accelerate in that gear instead of changing gear and losing speed and all that goodness. I don't know. Because you might also find that your turbo only kicks in above a certain RPM as well. So you may want to hold... So say your turbo kicked in at like 4,000 RPM. You probably want to stick in second until you got to the point where your turbo wasn't helping your acceleration as much. At which point you then change up a gear and then reset the RPMs. Well, I know that works well in my car. So if I want to beat someone off the line, I'll just hold in second because my turbo kicks in a lot quicker in second. And then just take that up to about 60. And then change into third. You haven't had the need to have one now, have you? Like when did you finish? Or are you in your last year? I don't know what year we're in. No, yeah. Yeah, you should probably get one now. Well, I mean, now's not really the time, but, you know, if all this wasn't happening. All I wanted was sub 50, dude. Could you get a more round time than that? Really? Why is that? You got two right feet. No, you should be fine. It's really easy. Like, it's a very big cliche, but they do say it's like riding a bike, and it really is. Right. What I think what's difficult is people have thought about like doing manual in video games, and it's not the same. Yeah, if you can help it, do a manual, because a manual gives you a license which lets you drive automatic. Obviously, an automatic is only an automatic license. Which, although it's fine, it's like I drive manual and like always have. But obviously, when you go from a manual into an automatic, your left foot is like looking for something to do. So you go to something and then like put your left foot in, and then you just end up on the brake. So you go to like change gear, and then you just fucking go through a windscreen. Lethal. Nah, the one thing with driving, or learning to drive, is when you're quote unquote learning to drive, you're not learning to drive. You're learning to pass a test taken in a car. Once you pass your test is when you actually learn to drive. You get a good knowledge of stuff, like you get, following a sat nav, reverse into a bay and all that stuff now. Now, I'm not sure if it changed it, but it used to be that you weren't allowed to cross your hands. I don't know if that's changed. But the one thing, when you get in your own car, just freaking cross your hands when you're taking a corner. Because you can, like, some corners you cannot turn the wheel quick enough to not cross your hands. Like, if you're taking the corner at the right speed, which is probably about 20. I don't know if the theory's changed, but the theory test is fine, if I remember. Because I'm pretty sure that's multiple choice. The hard part is the hazard perception. Because all the videos I had on mine... Well, first of all, like, I didn't take mine that long ago. I took my leap for my year. Because I didn't need to drive because I went to uni. And when I took mine, like, it was probably like 6-7 years ago now. So like HD was still a thing, but when I took mine, it was all CRT monitors, which started hurting my head after a while because I was like focusing so much. And like, I don't know, probably 360p video on them. It's like you're meant to be looking out for these hazards. It's like I can't fucking see anything. All I can see is pixels. I can count the pixels. They're that big. That's gonna bring my own monitor. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if you're that bad with like, I don't know, dyslexia and the rest of stuff like that, you could probably get some sort of special permissions where you either get extra time or you get a special room or something. I can't see why not. Like, I don't know. I never tried. So I imagine they do things as well. It's one of the branches of dyslexia where it's like you need the blue. Well, you don't need the blue paper, but it helps. You probably know which one I mean. The theory was on computer for me, but like I say, it might have all changed by the time. Like sat navs was new. Reverse into a bay, I didn't even do that on my test. I still had the stupid ones. I think it's like turning the road, reverse around the corner, parallel park. I think they got rid of parallel park for reversing the bay. Because it's like, no one parallel parks anymore. Yeah, no, it's all multiple choice as well, so like, if you study the theory books enough, you're fine. And a lot of them, like, are self-explanatory. It's like, what does this sign mean? And then it'll be like, the triangle with giveaway in it or something. Or, well, take this one for example, a stop sign. It's like, what does a stop sign mean? It's like, it means you must stop, even if nothing's coming. It's more to, yeah. It's because the road you're joining is probably going very fast. So if you think nothing's coming, chances are there might be. Always take a second look, sort of thing with a stop sign. But to the same degree, I think that's kind of dumb because if you're stopping hard, you are then, your speed is 0. So if you're then pulling out whilst nothing's coming, but the things on the road you're joining or coming across is going 60, by the time you're accelerating from 0 to 20 to pull off, the car's done. The car's going 60. It's done 60 miles in an hour, which means it's done a mile a minute, which means it's done half a mile in 30 seconds. If you can't pull out in like 10 seconds, they've moved like what? 300 yards? 200 yards? If you can't see 200 yards round a stop sign before you can get to 20 miles an hour, yeah. Well, it is what it is. Like, A stop sign means this, but it's also like, just fucking be careful. But yeah, a lot of them are like the type of sign. So if it's a triangle, if it's a red circle, it means like speed limit. If it's something else, if it's a circle with a speed but it's not red, it's not an enforced speed limit. It's a advisory speed limit or something. I don't know. I honestly can't remember half of what the stuff is. You just kind of, to a degree, you just kind of learn the ones you need to know. I don't know. We're not getting any faster with this, and to a degree, I kind of just want to leave it where it is because I like that we've got such a round score. Does help you return. I think the worst thing you can do with learning to drive though is be nervous. Like, just go for it, dude. It's just like driving in a video game. It really is. Yeah, but that's when you're trying to do like 200 miles an hour. It's a secret with going back to the game. Something to do with like the changing of gears on that corner, because all the ghosts just zoom past me. Yeah, I didn't change there because I was technically turning. I think we're just getting shafted by when the gear change is meant to be. But imagine if you go in different speeds at that point, then obviously the gear change is at a different place. So I don't know, to a degree, if it's faster to technically go slower through that section, so then you don't gear change there. It's a weird world. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes slower is faster. It's like going into the loop doops as well. I think technically going slower into it is better because you don't lose as much speed driving up, but I don't know. I can't catch myself. He's right there, dude. Yeah, it's like, it's faster to drift as well, but drifting slows you down. Oh! 49,888. I don't know. We need to make up 7/10. Nearly 8 temps. In fact, yeah, closer to 8 temps. I just can't find the extra speed. But I mean, the PB I just got then doesn't have a good gear change there. But it also doesn't seem to matter because we got one that time, but we were behind to start with. Somehow that was a really slow transition. Just bleeding time here. I think we're probably gonna have to leave it there. I'll give it one more try, but I don't know. It took me like 20 laps to get the score we got now. That's terrible. One actual try. Will you make it to the final straight? Fuck's sake. I'm trying to be too fancy and not just drive. Just drive forehead. So slow through there. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to leave it there. Top 6. We'll take that. So thank you all very much for watching this episode, guys. If you have liked it, do hit like button, make sure to subscribe for all around things and all around places, and I'm sure to see you next time. Take care, folks.